Hi, everybody. Welcome in. We're just going to take a couple of moments to see that everybody's joining. In the meantime, feel free to write where you're connecting from. Dallas, Texas. All right. Good morning, Dallas, Texas. Toronto, Canada. Nice. Indonesia, representing from Asia. Nice. Ontario, Canada. Okay, two for Canada. I'm here in Tel Aviv, so it's a little over 7 p.m. having our evening tea. Got more people from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, Calgary. Nice. Just gonna take one more minute to make sure everybody who wants to join us will be here, and then we'll get started. Montreal. Is it snowing already in Canada? Is it almost December? Feels like time for snow.
I wish we had some snow in Israel.
True. We get it like every other year, I feel like, and only in selected places. Um, you have snow, but it's gone already. What do you mean? Is it summer? We have two seasons, rain and construction. Sounds about right. I see some more people are joining in. Give it 20 more seconds and then we can get started. Vancouver, I like that. All right, I think we can start. So hello, everybody. Thank you very much for joining in today. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Very excited to be here. My name is Yaakov. I'm a product manager here at Atera. And joining me is Mika Luzon, who's a data and AI solution specialist from Microsoft.
Hi,
Um,
nice to meet you all.
okay, so a little bit of housekeeping before we start, and then Mika will take the floor. And after that, we will have a joint conversation, and then we will head to a live Q&A. Um, In terms of the housekeeping, so this webinar is being recorded, and you will have a recording as soon as it's over on our website. It will be shared. During the webinar, if you have any questions or any comments for myself or for Mika, please submit them in the Q&A section, not in the public chat, and we will get to them during the live Q&A. And that's it. I hope you enjoy this webinar. And Mika, I want to give the floor to you.
Thank you. Let me just share my presentation.
Perfect. We can
Okay,
see it.
great. So so my name is Mika Luzon. I'm a data and AI specialist at Microsoft. I've been working in Microsoft for the year and 3 months, more or less. And my job is actually to help partners like Atera to use the Microsoft platform as best as possible. And I'm really happy to see our Terra leverage our options and did what they did, and we are going to see a little bit of that as well. So when I was talking to Lilach, and she told me let's do a session about like playbook for AI, what IT person can do. So I asked Daily Tree if you know this the platform. It's the one that create from plain text, create images, and that's the picture I got. Okay, so this is our playbook how to lead the AI transformation. So I think it's a nice one. I this age, it's limitless possibility. I mean, I'm in the data and AI domain for almost 20 years. I won't say exactly how much, so you won't know how old I am. But it's very amazing times to live in. We see enormous opportunities, dawn of a new age. People say we have an opportunity to try to solve some of the biggest problems today. I mean, all those quotes I took from Ignite. We just had this last week. Our CEO, Satya Nadella, he's talked a lot about AI. I mean, almost all Ignite was AI, 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 AI. And in a very good reason for that, because the AI landscape is really evolving. And all AI concept, the main pillar that we see in all areas are the co-pilots. Okay, so as we see it on Microsoft, we have this age of co-pilots. We want, and we already see co-pilots everywhere. Atera is one of them, and we have a lot of co-pilots in our platform as well. And we really want to see how companies leverage that and how you use those co-pilots in every aspect that you can in your companies and wherever you want. So let's see some data. We really see that the transformation is already here. I mean, the future is now, how you can say it. We see that 5% of organizations think that AI is really important for their digital transformation, and everybody actually want to do that. I mean, we can see it in the market, we can see it everywhere, every market, IT market, the industry. Everybody is trying to understand how they can leverage AI, what can they do to better, make it better. We see that really enterprise already using AI. I mean, most of companies using it. Even the kindergarten teacher of my son is using AI to send us poems and to do stuff like that. And it's really amazing. And the most important thing is that AI became easier to do for us as people, as IT personnel, as in general. I believe that we just started this revolution, and we can see that everybody's using it and that's the real opportunity. It's become cheaper, it's become easier. The ROI is very, very obvious today. We can use it in every aspect, and specifically, I think in the IT industry, because in the IT industry, we don't see stuff that are new for you. I mean, in the end, what the problem that you had, somebody has had it before, and also a lot of time the tech people of the IT industry, they change in places, they move, they have a lot of work to do. So it's hard maintenance work, and a lot of stuff are really repeatable. So I think specifically in the IT, I think the ROI there is very, very big. And we already see the change. I mean, we see companies all over the world that using AI in very, very big and very intense workload. For Atera, for a very nice example, I heard it can be reduced. I mean, they can do IT person can do 70 tickets instead of 7 at the same time. I think it's mind blowing. We also saw companies like CarMax that they said that the AI, Azure AI, will enable them to really have 11 years of work, okay, in a couple of days using AI. Also, Starbucks, they took our data platform and they combined it with Azure AI, and they were able to have their project risk 80% more accurate to understand what is the risks and all what they have. Really, it's everywhere. If we will start to say all the companies that do an amazing thing, it will be endless, and it's amazing. And I think even what we don't see here, we can see in your companies that when you take like a small script and you use AI for that, and when you do whatever you need to do, even a mail, I used to send mail, trying with the Google Translate and stuff. But now I just use Copilot and it's amazing. And also I can write it in Hebrew. I mean, Hebrew is my birth language. I don't have to write the English. I can write the Hebrew in Hebrew and it will translate. It will write it better, and then I can send it. It's awesome. Also the coding part, the all the when I have like problems with my computer, even my PC, it's really amazing. So my question to you now, you can't answer me, but think, okay? What can you do in this enormous opportunity? How can you be uh, the forefront of this AI transformation? I mean, how can you take your organization as IT leaders, okay, and do things a little bit different and a little bit better to have you be more productive, do a better job, and make your employees and your customers a little bit more satisfied. I think this is the idea, and this is the what this transformation can enable us. Now in Microsoft, we've been really in years we're trying to wait. It's not moving. Yeah, okay. So in Microsoft, we are really leading this AI innovation for years now, and we have like decades of research and development. We always try to, I mean, do the AI really responsibly. We have this trust. Okay, we do everything with fully trust thing, and we really want this capability to let you, as our customers and to our partners, to trust our leadership and our platform. And it's really start with even the smallest thing, to do this responsibly and to do it with a great I forgot the word. So how do we do that? We have three pillars that we see. First, we do the research. Of course, everything is technology, it's the research. We want to be the market leader, and we are the market leader. And we do it really with a lot of effort. Okay, we have a lot of researchers, and Microsoft also have partnerships with a lot of companies that help us be the great thing that we are now. Um, OpenAI is one of them. I mean, we're partners. We didn't we are really invested heavily in the company, but we are partners. Also, Atera is one of our partners, so we have a lot of them. And the idea is to work together and to try to see what we can do together. And again, in the base of all that, we have responsible AI. We really believe in the idea that we come to do good, okay, for the society, for people. In every time that you think about a system that you build, that something that you use AI for, you need always to think, is this going to do good, okay, for the people, for the person? Is there a way that I might do something to harm somebody, to have a mistake? I mean, all the security aspects are always there, and we need to consider them as well when we think about it. So really, as I said, Microsoft, now we have really strong partnership. And when we talk about generative AI, I think everybody thinking about OpenAI, because they really uh, uh, took the market by storm. We can see that everybody using OpenAI today, and it's become very, very accessible. I mean, it's free for it started. I mean, you as just regular citizens, regular people can just use it, and everybody can do that. And it's become very, very easy because I can write something and it will answer me in every topic in the world. It's amazing, really. I mean, you can do everything you want, and I assure you already done that and you already tried that. And in general, when we look at this AI domain, we see that companies have four main options in the all this LLM landscape, which is large language models. So we see a lot of generative content, new content. For example, this car company that I talked about earlier, what they did is that they had used car, they're selling used car, and they used to have a copyright to write the description of the car. And now what they did is they have this database that's saying every car, what is their, you know, it's red, it's whatever, the type and everything. And then the AI write the description of the car for them because people don't like to see a table saying this is red and this is, Mitsubishi or whatever. They want to read about it. They want to listen to the sound of the car. So that's the idea. We have the summarization. Let's say I have like a very, very long document, and now with the new Ignite, we had a lot of also in OpenAI and also in Ignite, we had a lot of really cool stuff. I mean, the context is bigger now. We can insert a very, very big context to OpenAI. So you can do a summarization for almost everything today. And we already seen it in a lot of companies that using this for summarize large text, for documentation, for legal purposes, all kind of contracts and stuff like that to really find the assets and to understand what is really what you need to check in this your document or whatever you got, and the AI can understand it for you. You don't have to read the whole document. We have the code generation that I think it's very relevant for this conversation because, again, most of you are T people and you always need to write script and stuff like that. It's working really great. And again, on all the search engines. In the bottom, we can see leading a company that already using AI, and they have it, of course, on Azure OpenAI, and can see very great implementation there. It's funny that you can't ask me questions, so I can just talk and talk. Uh, something really nice and new in this, we have this multimodality option, which means that I don't have to write anymore. I mean, what we see before, it is, always I need to write something. And now I can see, okay, the models can also create images and they can understand images and they can do it together. And we can now talk. I mean, in the Azure platform, it's already integrated in the platform. I can talk and it will be written for me. And the model can understand what I want and write it back to me. And also, amazing thing, I can have a mistakes and still the model understand what I want for him, even if I write it like really badly, or if I speak with my accent, it still understand perfectly. It's very, very nice. And in this area, I think there's more to come. We will see robot that talk. It will be really mind blowing. I think again. So in the last here and a little bit more, Microsoft is really invested in copilots. The idea of copilots is saying we don't come to change you. You are there. We don't want to change to be instead of people. The idea is to help people, to help you as a professional, as IT professional, to do your job better. And we have Copilot in every aspect that of our development in all our tools. Specifically, what you can do with our Copilot. I think the main Copilot that can be used for you will be like Microsoft 365 with Bing. Okay, inside or also or being without it, you can do like the search and you can use Microsoft. I already have Microsoft 365. It's amazing. I had a presentation last week. I needed to go to a customer and he asked me to do a comparison between two products. One of them is Microsoft product and the other one is not. And I was like, let's see what Copilot can do. So I asked him to create a presentation for me to do this uh, to do the comparison and created a nice presentation. It was not really amazing. I mean, it was not with my templates and stuff like that, but the content was good. And also, it referred me to how it built the presentation on. I mean, to three documents that was in my organization that I was not aware of. Also, for a website that had a really good, comparison um, for those products, and it was amazing. Really, I really tried. We also have this Power Platform Copilot that enable you to write code with low code and do everything you need in the ID domain to help your organization, do better stuff, maybe forms, maybe ticketing, stuff like that. We have the security copilot that I believe it's interesting with the Microsoft with Windows Copilot as well, and again GitHub Copilot that can enable you write code and do really better productivity. I don't know why the yeah. So Copilot on GitHub is here for a while, and what really nice is that we already have some data on it. So we can see that 46% of new code is now written by AI, which is amazing. We can see that 55% faster. I mean, the development is faster. I saw a benchmark of one gaming company. They said that they were enabled to make the lifetime, I mean, the development of new game in 6 years worth of coding because they use Copilot. It's amazing, really. And again, what is more important, I think, is that the people that write the code, the people that work with it, are more happy. Developers feel that they have more time to do more strategic stuff and to have more useful thing. I mean, they don't need to do the repetitive, annoying thing that you do over and over again. And we can see it in a lot of copilots. I mean, let's say, I'm sure or shoot, I sure you will talk about it, but what we have is that you can do stuff that are obvious can be done by the AI, and you don't need to do them anymore. I already said that, but the idea is that with Microsoft 365 is that you get the LLM project and you get the LLM model and you get your data inside. I mean, when you use the app, you are combining all your data that you have in your organization and all the apps that you're already working with, and you get them together, which is amazing. And also, we see a lot of other companies that what they do is they take your data in your organization, they take how you will solve this option, and they will make it for you. And again, you don't have to do it with our system. You can do it yourself. We just announced in Ignite new platform called Microsoft Copilot Studio, which enable every company with low code to get and build their own Copilot like Atera did and like other companies do. We also have more complicated framework that will enable you to do it for even more sophisticated. I mean, with a full integration with other LLMs as well, and with all the framework with testing, responsible AI, everything. Also in Azure AI Studio, and also been announced today. Both of them are still in public preview. I mean, we have at the all the tools as well, but they're very interesting. I think that's why I put them here, and you will see them more and more. Always ending my presentation, I think what we need to always remember is the responsible AR part. I mean, in the end, people want to trust the system they are using. And we see that it's very important for them, for the person to understand, to have transparency, to know what exactly how the system is built on, and what they can do and not do with it. We also saw very interesting numbers that saying that 68% of the people have equal or even trust more, which is amazing, AI system than on people, I mean, use system, which means that if I have a system that is based on AI, people might trust it even more than human because they believe and they already understand. I think most people understand that this system have a lot of knowledge that it's a little bit harder for us as human being to get, and it's very nice. Now, last thing really is our responsible AI, yeah, principle. Everything actually is based on accountability, which I think it's the most important thing. I mean, in the end, AI systems are developed by humans, and we want the human to be responsible of what the AI do. And that's why, I mean, as a company, you should choose Microsoft, you should choose Atera, and you should understand what is the LLM is just running behind the scene, and you should understand how it's work. I mean, and what is the outcome that can happen. We also have very important, I think, the transparency to have the ability to again see what happened, understand it, and not have a mistake. And that's it. And on top of that, of course, the fairness and the security. The your data is your data. I mean, the idea is that do not use your data to train the models, and if you use Azure OpenAI, of course. And we have full proof for all the security issues. And last is, of course, inclusiveness, which means really to include everybody in this idea. And I think what OpenAI really does is having inclusiveness. I mean, everybody can use it today, and it's really awesome the transformation that we can see. To help you get started, I have this get started the slide with a little bit of knowledge. I think you already know that. I mean, it's everywhere, but you know, some people think it should be there here as well. And that's it. This is in my hand. I was okay, I think, in the times. Yeah. Yeah. So
You're great.
let's do discussion.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mika.
Thank you.
Um, I think this was very interesting, and I think here at Atera, as you sometimes mentioned, we think among the same lines as Microsoft when it comes to AI. I think we both agree it's a game changer when you utilize it the proper way, and it can really reinvent the way we work and go forward. You know, with our skills, with our capabilities, and in our professional life. And I want to take this away to a short conversation between us, and then we will go to the live Q&A. So just reminding everybody again, if you have any questions about the session so far, submit them in the Q&A section, and we'll get to them. But I get to ask the questions first. Um, so Mika, maybe my first question to you is about the future of work in AI, and I think many people here on the line are also thinking about this. So how do you see this technology impacting our work down the line or in the immediate future?
So thank you for asking. I think the future is really I don't know. Again, it's like limitless possibility, and we can see it everywhere. I mean, some of the biggest problems that we used to have are now looks small, and specifically in the workforce in the IT, we can see that first of all, it will be easier to solve problems and to find a right solution for the easy task. But I think the IT person is still very important and will never go away, because in the AI domain also we might have some new challenges that we did not have before, and we will see also a lot of threats that we didn't have when it was simpler. And I think really I can see how the AI changing my everyday, and not only because I'm working with AI, just because I'm a person in this uh, planet and I can use the technology like everybody else's, and it's awesome. I mean, even my mother use AI when she want to do something, which I would never believe before. So I think it's more than anything saying that the world is changing. And if we want to be part of it, and if we want to be on top of this evolution, we need to grab it, and we need to understand what we can do with it, and do it with all our might, because then we will stay behind, and we will lose this competition and stuff like that.
Mm.
But I know that a lot of time people think, talking about do we still have jobs in the future and stuff like that. So I think yes, definitely. I mean, in the end, you always have to have this person, human being, intelligent, and human being, accountability and trust and understanding. And sometimes, I mean, the machine won't know, and it's very important also to have like a human being in the end. That's why we have the co-pilot and not the pilot.
Yeah.
I'm interested to hear what you're saying about this topic.
Yeah, I think I agree. Also, when it comes to IT, I don't see anybody being replaced, AI replacing a person at the time being, but more of AI being a tool that we must adapt. Because, if you look at the macro, let's say you're an MSP and, you have your competitors and one of them picks up AI and is able to provide much faster service and be more efficient, in the long run, you're gonna sort of lose, and you would have to adapt to this new economy where people are sort of becoming superhumans and much more efficient. So it is a tool to help us just be better at what we do and be more efficient. So yeah, I agree with that, and I think we also here at Atera, we're adapting AI not just in the product itself, but everybody is trying to incorporate it in our everyday work, just like your mom does in her day to day, which is amazing. Um, Also, I think you're still sharing your screen. If
Oh,
you
I'm
can
sorry. Yeah, I will stop.
stop the slides,
Yes.
awesome.
Sorry.
No worries.
No, it's better.
Um, I have a question about training and just like adoption in general. One of the barriers we hear from our customers is this technology is always changing, and we don't only hear this from customers, but also research. And there's news every day. Something new is out there. Microsoft is releasing a new pilot, and everybody's a pilot now. How should people stay up to date and not be afraid of adopting these technologies?
Okay, so I think we have to think there first, if we use something that we trust. I mean, let's say again Microsoft or Terra or stuff like that, so we know we can trust the platform. Let's say we take GitHub Copilot or Terra Copilot for IT, then we are in top of the technology because Microsoft is on top and Atera is on top, so we can lay back a little bit and say, okay, we are using this um, first, top tier technology, and so we can relax and know that we're doing it. And the second thing is on the opposite is saying that, you cannot relax. You need to just, be interested and read and hear what people have to say and try yourself and see if it's fit to your needs or not. And just, not to be afraid to try really and to be more agile to change and more open to see what is up there and what you can do.
Yeah,
What do you?
absolutely. No, I agree. I also find myself not always being completely up to date, but definitely just staying in the sphere and using these tools is important. And when it comes to Atera itself, I don't know if everybody here in the webinar knows, but we offer webinars. We have a knowledge base that is dedicated to our AI features and offering. And we also have our support team out there who's willing to help you guys get the best results from the AI features we're offering. So don't be afraid to use anything out there. Go talk to ChatGPT and explore all the possibilities out there. Maybe we'll do like one more question and then we'll go to the live Q&A. Um, uh, Maybe this one is more philosophical. Like I feel like Microsoft and Atera, we've adapted this culture of innovation and going forward and everything you've described. How do you suggest companies can take this culture into their DNA to continue innovating?
So I think first of all, the leaders is the most important part in this thing. I mean, if the leaders will have adoption strategy and they say to the people it's okay to try, it's okay to adopt and do new things, then it will be easier for the employees to do it as well, and also to encourage them to do it. I think that's the main thing. But also, again, as I said, not to be afraid to try, not to
Mm,
afraid to try new things and explore. And again, do it with cautious because again, IT it's important. And
yeah,
if you try a new script that you just wrote down from GPT, you need to make sure it's okay. So that's why again we have all kind of tooling and options to do it more safely. And yeah, I guess.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I think caution and being brave. Those
Yeah,
two things being together in IT are very
the
important.
opposite, but yes.
Yeah, opposite, but when it comes to AI, they come together.
Yeah. Also, we still see that the AI domain are, I mean, it's amazing, but it's still hallucinate sometimes. So you do have to be, to understand that it's not 100% accurate and not even less than that. So.
Mhm, correct. Yeah. And I was talking about that before a little, but I wanted to add that in Atera, we don't only push out the AI features, as I said, we're doing the change also internally, which connects to what you said about culture. For example, me as a product manager, when I when I initiate my research before I go talk to users about something, I would speak to the AI before, or when I do mundane things like writing user stories. If anyone out here has been a product manager, our programmers are using the Copilot, and um, a lot of the code is being written, or at least initially written by AI, and we really try to have AI live in every department of the company. So yeah, it's not only not only the management that uses it, it's a company DNA in some way.
It's awesome. I think we can see also in the pandemic that we just had that companies that were more innovative and they had more AI in the front, they're more agile to change, they were more able to adapt those changes that we had in the world, and they were more resilient. And I think we're going to see it in this revolution, I guess, as well. I mean, companies that will adapt the change, I mean, what more agile will be more successful, and we see it all the time. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. I think we can go to the live Q&A. So
yeah.
let's open up the Q&A. If you guys have any questions, submit them in the Q&A section, and we will start going through them. Um, First question is from Mahesh. I hope I pronounce your name properly. Excuse me if I don't. He's asking, how do you evaluate Azure AI service if it is giving right search results from the document's source data?
Hmm. It's interesting question. I guess we talking about the Copilot at Microsoft, or we're talking about in general. I mean, now we have a lot of product that can use the search idea. First of all, when we have Copilot, the idea of Copilot on Office 365 is that it's looking on your data, but it's never perfect. I mean, in the end, we have this. In general, all the research engine, I hope I'm not getting too deep, but all the search engine, if you, let's say I have like a huge amount of data in my database, okay? So I'm trying to find the most the closest one to my data, okay? And I'm not doing it in a, usually I'm not trying to find the best one. I'm trying to find something that is close enough to what I'm looking for. So sometimes it's not accurate, and sometimes you won't get exactly what you wanted, or maybe you thinking, "Oh, I had a better one somewhere, some document." So maybe, so you can ask. You can say, "Okay, this is not what I want. I want something better." This is regarding GoPilot, and regarding other, solutions that we have. We based all our solutions on Azure AI Search, which is the new branding for Azure Cognitive Search, which take, we used to have semantic search, and now we have vector search on top of that, and now we have hybrid, which means that we have vector and key search and semantic search, and we do it all together. I don't remember how they call it, but it's better together, amazing in something. And it's, we already did some benchmark, and we see a very big improvement to get the best result. But again, it's never perfect, because the model need to understand what you want, and it's not, it's, there's no guarantee, because again, it's an AI model, and it's based on statistic, and like a person not always understand what you want, the AI does not understand what you want. And I'm not all the time. So if you're not sure, you should double check. And the idea is that we're trying to do it as best as we can. I'm
Absolutely.
sorry if I was too technical about that question.
I think it was really understood.
Okay.
Um, Richard is asking, I think I can share the questions.
Hold on. How do we do it? What? Are we
There's
ready?
a Q&A section, and then we can
Oh,
share them.
yeah.
Richard is asking, what are your general recommendations for AI readiness in your IT environment? I know this is a broad question, and there are certain hard requirements from MSFT, having 365 primarily, but what are the primary considerations you might recommend in terms of governance, network capacity, etc.? Um, are you familiar with MSFT? I'm not.
I guess it's Microsoft, not
Right.
Microsoft. Yeah. Um, I believe you mean like a general Microsoft. I think, I mean, uh, when we talk about AI, developing new AI capability, we have this best practice model about how you can do it the best way to use the API, and to do the governance, and to do also the all the infrastructure and security and everything to make sure that the data is safe and we have all those AI principle. We also have at Microsoft a lot of tooling that we provide for customers. We have a new tool we just announced in Ignite is that doing content filtering on the data that live in the AI domain, and also in general, all what if you use Azure OpenAI, we have always have a filtering about the harmful content and in any content that's not suitable and not might harm somebody. So we have the filtering, and you can also, if you are developing an AI system, we have all kind of tooling that make it easier to you for you to check the models, to understand if it's answered the question or not, to see if it's, again, we have a fairness dashboard, we have how do you call it? Barkhal. I lost the English word for it. But when you want to have
What's the
content
Hebrew one?
content filtering, okay, content, yeah. So you can have we have a lot of tooling, and I mean I had this in the slide, but somebody told me to that it's not interesting and I should erase it. But we have this book, very big one. How do you do AI responsibly, and how you will make sure that you are safe? Okay, so we can have it and we can share it afterwards if you like. I mean, Microsoft have a lot of effort in this area since like more than a decade that we really try to make it the best we can.
And I think Richard also wanted to know if there's anything you need to have, like if you have a 365 licensing, do you need to purchase a separate license for to have the AI capabilities, or a
Yes,
specific network capacity for that? What is required?
I don't think you need network capacity, but you do have to have like a different license for the Copilot 365. We
Mm.
also have Azure Copilot that I think is free, and we have, I mean, in our product where we integrated a Copilot and AI inside the product, then it's free for use. But when it's like a add-on, I mean, Bean is free for use, but Copilot it's not. I mean, you need to add it, and you do need to have some. I think it's included in the price, but obviously when you want to um, create a search engine on top of all your data. You should already have it because you have Microsoft 365 and everything, but we probably have some more cost, but I believe it's in the license of 365. Yeah. But it's
Um,
awesome, I have to say. It's really nice. Yeah, in general. Yes. Sorry.
um, Daniel is asking, I want to know about knowledge-based solution exists or not in Microsoft Teams, or knowledge base integrated into Microsoft Teams. Uh,
Yeah. So we do have on Teams also an option to have a Copilot on Teams. I mean, the Microsoft 365, it's including Teams inside. And also in Teams, you can get like this, if you have a meeting, you can get the action items and everything. And you can also have the documented inside. I mean, you can see the document and you can ask regarding those documents and suggest you for all your data that you have. So I guess the answer is yes. But regarding documentation that are not, I mean, about the features or what you have in Teams, what you have in Teams should work for you. This was
Yeah, I believe Daniel is referring to
uh,
information they have built out and they want to
all
have it
part of your data.
accessible in Teams.
So if you take the Copilot, it's part of your data estate, and you can chat with Copilot in Teams as well.
Amazing,
Also, in general, you just have this Copilot button in your computer, and you can do everything.
amazing. And Atera is also working on Microsoft Teams integration, and we hope to have some of these capabilities down the line as well. Vlad is saying we already use Atera's AI to create scripts. We would love to use it to create reports. Vlad, this is something we are looking at. I cannot say more at this moment.
You should definitely do it.
Um, Roy has asked, how do you trust that the AI isn't hallucinating the response? I believe we answered something similar. Um, so let's move ahead.
It might be hallucinating, and we still have the technology is not advanced enough, so it might happen still. But if you, yeah,
Um, Jeff is asking, give some specific examples of AI at work. Mika, do you want to share something from your experience? And maybe I can also give a
maybe
few examples from Atera.
you should give a first example. Now we'll think about an example.
Cool. So Jeff, in Atera, we noticed there are things that AI can help with, lots of things actually. When we're talking about text, we've introduced a ticket summarization. We know that tickets sometimes they live longer than they should, and there's a lot of back and forth between technicians and end users. And with a click of a button, you can have a summary of everything that happened so far. And then we have features like suggesting a response, solution based on the conversation that happened. We can take that solution and turn it into a script you can run on the agent. We have sentiment analysis for you to be quickly aware if one of your users are angry or irritated or hopefully happy. Um, we have script writing capabilities using AI. Our CMD and PowerShell modules are also connected to Microsoft's AI to help you finish any prompt you want to write. And the possibilities are pretty much endless, especially when it comes to Atera.
Okay, so I guess we see companies really all over adopting AI and putting it on their product. But when we're talking about the people, as then even you can write a posters for your to say for like happy Wednesday. I don't know if you do it in your company. I guess it's Friday, probably Happy Friday, to get like invitations and stuff like that. When you work, as you said, scripting, mailing, you can ask him to rewrite your mail, to rewrite your post, to have any technical issues. I mean, really, I'm no longer trying to read all the specs. I just ask the bin to do the uh, comparison for me and the stuff like that. That's like simple. I mean, everyday task. And again, if you are a coder or if you use code, problem solving, testing, find what you want to do, understand what is the bug in your code, just write down the error code. Everything is easier. I mean, the search is easier. It's the new,
Okay.
again, the new internet, I think, we
Cool.
believe. Yeah,
I think that would be it for today. We don't have more time for any more questions. So thank you, everybody, and thank you, Mika, for being here today.
great. Thank
Appreciate
you.
your time. Right. You can go backstage.
Bye.